Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 52 Topics with Frank Fiordolino, our Monday night live stream. Frank, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, buddy? What's going on? Not much. Same old, same old. First week of football. Had a good time last night with friends. Watching some game. A lot of good food, and thank God. And we're here. We're here. Another week of 52 topics.
Roro G, Joanne Finan, Becky Town, Attilio Mazenga. Ro. Tatone, member for a month. Thank you, Tatone. Thank you so much. If anyone else has been a member for a month, you can remind us too. Codfather Callie, what's going on? Lisa Pizzatola, Justin Jensen, Jatro. Good evening. Looking forward to a great show. It's back to Jatro. Oh, yeah, they're fixing the names. All right. Scott H., what's going on? Middle Village 77, what's going on, buddy? Wait for some people to get in. Dan Tundis, Lisa Pizzatola, Warren Hunter. Thank you.
Thank you, Warren.
Proletarian Scumbag. I emailed you back, man. I don't know what. I hope you read it.
Proletarian, what's up, man?
Fucking Google, man. What's up, Justin Mason? And I found someone else's emails, actually. Somebody that watches the show that had a couple of emails unresponded in my Gmail. Apparently, Gmail's putting some of my emails in a folder titled Important. They just deem something's important, so they put it in the important folder, which I don't know. I don't check it. So we'll settle it. We got a couple of emails to the show that I got to show you, Frank, and a couple of other things. Thank you, Eric S. Thank you. Anyway, but how was first week of football? Gets busy, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, not us, but a lot of the other places do. At work, I'm trying to go a little different direction this year with the football thing, getting more football-minded people in there. But we'll see how that works. Yeah, you were talking about you got emails from people that we know.
Now, one individual, I don't know him. I mean, you might. I don't know. One individual sent a couple that I'm going to forward over to you.
He says he knows me?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to say his name or anything. He knows things. Does he know you? I don't know.
Okay.
He knows things. Michael Matters, Big Mets series down in Philly. That's right. They have a chance to gain ground on the Phillies. Nolan McLean. Yeah, how about that, huh? I watched I thought it was maybe the first game that he pitched. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They just, what's good about the Mets and the bad thing about them? They could lose to the shittiest teams, but they beat the good teams. I guess that's a good playoff thing.
Yeah.
Pitching's everything when it comes down to October. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But,
yeah.
I'm not impressed.
I mean, they always had a knack for losing to, and I mean, I don't watch as much as I used to, but I always remember the Marlins fucking beating up on us when they didn't need to, because they sucked a lot of years. But there's always been bad teams that the Mets, they have a history of doing that for sure.
Congratulations to the Italian national team. Won 5-4, 9 goals in one game over Israel. Israel gave them a pretty good game. But so congratulations as they go for them World Cup qualifiers.
Oh, okay. Cool. Good stuff. Shout out to them. Shout out to Italy. So that mean Israel's out?
No. This wasn't a out of the box kind of thing. It was just it's seasonal. They play like for about a year to determine who's the better teams.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know
David
much about
that. Frank, you've been missing the Mets games. Even when I'm a fan, but even when I have time, I'll catch a couple. I'm more of a highlight guy. But come playoffs, I'm definitely invested.
We'll keep posted. We got top 2-0-0. 2 men on though. 2 men on.
There you go.
2 men on for
1 team.
Phillies.
What are the teams?
Phillies. There you go. I'm watching Easy Money classic movie. Mets, actually, not Phillies. 2 men on for the Mets. Cool. I found a roach coach in Casablanca. Food. All right, cool. So we'll see if anyone else comes in here. All right.
How many people so far?
44 people.
Not bad.
So
It's football.
yeah, I guess that's what it is. What's up, Carlos? Good to see you. It's been a long time. How you doing? Doogie Rat Ray, you're about to go to sleep. All right, Crumb Bum, go to sleep. So I wanted to ask you something because we're not going to be on for the date. And I know we've spoken about, and we're going to get to the Mafia stuff. We're going to, Frank's got a lot to say about a lot of things tonight. But one thing I did want to talk about.
What's up, MCAP? Go ahead. Remember.
So this week is 9/11. What do we
Mhm.
got? 3 days, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So we're not going to be on. We've both mentioned before that we don't like talking about it. We don't like seeing documentaries. You kind of just,
No.
it's a real channel changer, right? But I did have an interesting question to pose you. So the question is, so you were on the street when it happened, not for long. You get picked up in 2002. So
Right.
I guess it's a two-part question, actually. The first part of the question is, what was the sentiment amongst your friends? Especially if anybody that wasn't born here, maybe somebody that was Sicilian or maybe like even still really Sicilian esque, I guess. And then the second part of the question is being locked up while the war on terror is playing out. You missed a lot. I remember being high school age, fucking glued to the TV. I was like wrapped up in the war on terror for years, watching everything, paying attention to everything. That's when my mind went into conspiracy land. It almost kind of never left. I'm still in that mode a little bit, but that's another story. So I got to see it. I was out watching the news. So the second part of the question is basically, how were you dealing with watching that inside? How often were you aware of what was going on the TVs, and what was it like being locked up during that time?
I actually, the night it happened, on a Monday night, they used to have, it happened on Tuesday, but on Monday nights we used to have, Bobby used to have a card game. He used to have Bobby Glass's a 7-card game at his place in Glendale. So the kid Vito loved that everybody talks about. It was his game, and he basically ran it for Bobby at that point. He was starting to give Vito responsibilities. He liked Vito. So I was there. I went home, and usually I wake up early. Not did I wake? Was I early? Where is it back then? Whatever. But I wasn't that day because I got home about 4 in the morning, 5. And my mother, God rest her soul, she woke me up and she was talking to another relative of mine, actually Dino Calabro's aunt. His mom was passed away by that, and they always used to talk at least 2-3 times a day. And she's telling my mom that the Twin Towers are falling. The Twin Towers are falling. And she come watch. Look, it's all over the TV. And that's what happened. So now, being in Ridgewood, and we lived in a 3-story building, you could see the city from my roof. So I went to the rooftop, and I'm looking, and you see the smoke and everything. You see a lot of it. It's like something fucking went down. Smoke, whatever, dust, whatever it was. So I just was fucking in panic. What the fuck happened? They showed the clips, the first plane, then the second one. I believe the first plane got hit was the North Tower, and then the South Tower got hit secondly, but the South Tower fell first. And then the North. The one who got hit last is the one who fell first. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I'm watching this. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm pissed. I'm extremely pissed. So the sentiment was, if you were raised in this country, like myself, during the day, and the CNN reports it over and over, watching this fucking plane just crash and crash and crash. The first thing you wanted to do is fucking just grab anybody from that country and just fucking annihilate them. Breaking windows, doing everything. That's what was on people's minds. Wasn't looting. And I'll tell you one thing, thank God nobody looted on those fucking days, because you would have been hung. The place by me was a 24-hour newsstand that I would sometimes stay with my girlfriend. Her kid was small too at the time, my ex. And they busted every fucking window. And And a lot of that shit was going, a lot of vigilante type of stuff. Well, it wasn't vigilante because these people didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of misdirected anger too. People didn't know the difference between a Sikh and a Muslim. You
have the
you had a lot of
Italian
that bullshit going. Not that it's right to attack a Muslim, but I'm just saying, like, there was people being attacked.
Not all the time. Yeah, you had some of those Italian
were nothing to do, even in their DNA, nothing to do with these people. But
exactly, so they had a turban on. They had a turban on, and they automatically associated them with Osama bin Laden. So you got these Rocky Balboa types of fucking these neighborhoods like mine or some other, like, come here, I'm gonna bust your fucking head, not even knowing that they have nothing to do with each other whatsoever. And a lot of shit was going on. There was one kid in Howard Beach fucking lit up some guy. He fucking gave him a head cast and everything on a hate crime. And it turned out the guy was Indian. He wasn't even fucking part of that world. What's up, Southie? Shout out to Southie. Just came back from a little operation. Hope he's doing better. But yeah, a lot of that shit was going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that happened to me. It actually happened my first week of when I went into a high school. And what happened was, I'm pretty sure the day after, or even the rest of the week, I don't remember, but definitely the day after, we didn't have school. But I remember the day that we went back to school, there was this, I don't know if he was a Punjabi kid. I feel like I might have knew him from junior high. But he had like an American flag bandana or something. Like he was rapping America, like he felt in solidarity. And they fucking try to jump this kid. And then I see my friend from junior high. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, this kid, he's got a fucking American flag. And I'm like, hey, you guys are fucking retarded, dude. And I just fucking walked away. Right. But you had a lot of that shit. Yeah, it
wasn't looting. And I remember the 104th they had, there wasn't looting. They had 2 cops in there. It was a place that hired like 120, 130 cops. I don't know in one shift how it went. And they only had 2, one at the desk and one that they built this barricade around the buildings. And he was the guy who was like the checkpoint guy. Everybody went straight to ground zero to help out or do whatever they had to do. So looting wasn't a very, very, very smart thing to do at the time. They would have fucking really...
I don't remember hearing about it at all, to be honest with you. I don't recall any of that.
Yeah, but there's opportunists out there. I'm pretty sure it was a minor fucking incidents, but I like you said, I didn't.
Yeah, that might have been.
This fucking there was mob guys that were robbing and shit, making money. So who the fuck knows?
So back to, I mean, obviously, what you were gonna say before, I want you to get back to you because you cut yourself off. You were gonna say, obviously, if you were born in this country, so what was the difference?
It's not that they fucking like the Italians from the other side were against for what happened. It's just, I guess they felt, even ones that were older and went through World War II, they felt maybe, it wasn't their beef, but at the same time, yeah, they had sentiments. And there was a lot of Italians too, that especially, but Italian descent mostly, Staten Island, between the firemen and the transit workers and the cops that died that day, especially the firemen. God rest their soul. They you see those horrific pictures of them on that Brooklyn Bridge on the way to
the entire the whole engine that got taken out, basically.
Yeah, so there was some that died at the firehouse in my neighborhood, the neighborhood next to us. It wasn't. It wasn't like they were happy about it. They weren't happy. They just didn't know where they stood, especially ones that came here older. You understand?
Okay.
The criminal element was, I wouldn't go so much mixed, but you definitely had the jerk offs. And now when I get to the jerk offs, I'll explain. You had, especially when I would go to MDC to visit a family member of mine, I would, the sentiment was like, fuck it, it wasn't about 9/11. It was about a correction officer get poked in the eyes, stabbed. His name was Peppy, this correction officer, I recall. And he had gotten blinded by a terrorist. They were probably whatever, the guy, it was war at that point, and he stabbed him. And you had a few inmates in there that didn't really give a fuck. They were like, fuck it. They treat people like us in here. They made it about themselves, not about what happened. Not that the poor guy got stabbed in the eye, but with the fucking, but maybe he deserved it because we're in here and this is the shit that happens. So probably not situations that were together, but that happened. And I seen it. Then eventually I got locked up and go to MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center.
Right. That's interesting to me because like I said, I'm watching it growing up as a teen, and I get to see the invasion of Iraq, the Battle of Fallujah, all this stuff popping off. We don't have to talk about whether that was a good idea or not, but I get to see this in real time, like going on, like fucking the shit is crazy. What did they have? Like, I don't even know if they did it. I don't know. Maybe some people remember. Remember they had like different days by the color. Like today is like red day, or today's orange day for terror. Today's blue day. The threat's really low. I remember that shit was fucking weird. That was some dystopian shit. But how was it being locked up when that shit was popping off? Saddam's getting whacked.
It was wild. So when I was in there was these two guys that apparently helped fund, American speaking, helped fund these guys. They were Arab, Middle Eastern, and the COs already had them on the shit list. Like, get the fuck out of here! Don't look at me. Stuff like that in front of everybody. They didn't care. There was an incident in MDC where one of the COs got in the face of one of these guys and put his face right by the shirt he had with the American flag. He goes, "Look at this motherfucker," and was caught on tape. So a lot of that shit was going on. The sentiment, the counselors used to come down and make fucking jokes if they were online. Yeah, you're next, fucking Bin Laden. Wait up. Yeah. Oh, I am not Bin Laden. I am a student from Yemen. I come here. I'm just going back because I overstayed my visa. Yeah, sure. All that crap. They were bringing them in. If you overstayed, you're welcome to the United States. You were getting brought in. If you were a student in the college, you were getting brought in. There was one guy that he.
Who wasn't getting brought in though?
Huh?
You know who wasn't getting brought in?
Who?
Bin Laden's family, who they flew out of the United States. But we'll,
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
No, I know. It's not a conspiracy. It's a true story. But we can continue. I don't want.
Yeah, they were up in Massachusetts. I know about them. I mean, I just don't. There's reasons why they do so. Maybe they did it because they wanted it. They thought they could get close to him. Who knows? We're also the people who fly people somewhere else and interrogate them because.
Oh no, we're no angels. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, we're fucking.
I mean, so I get both. I don't get both sides. I get the side. You know what I don't get? That innocent people die, and people say, "Well, that happens in other countries too," and that's unfortunate. You understand that people are going to work or that. Well, I seen a picture of a young lady, 5 minutes hopping on that plane somewhere. I think it was in Boston. Might have been before she died. Okay, so I think it might have been the 93, which was Shanksville, but so
thank you, DL.
It's crazy, you know what I mean? But
no, it's crazy, and I just can't help myself by throwing those little things in there. But you guys got to watch any of that going on the news? Like, how was that news hour? Like, were you keyed in?
I was out when it happened.
No, I'm saying, but the war on terror and everything that came out, the Iraq, all that shit, the hunt for Bin Laden, all that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and then when I flip, they put these people in the same place as I'm in, and I hate them.
Right.
How can you like anybody who goes after people who have never done anything to anybody? I'm the first one to tell you if you deserve it, even me. If you got to get me, fucking, that's how it is. It's like. But don't go out of your way to fucking blow yourself up with fucking who. I don't. Whatever. I'm not an Islamophobe. I have friends in Islam. I'm not a fan of terrorism.
Right.
You understand? I was in with a guy who tried to come from fucking British Columbia to Seattle in a car full of fucking shit that he was gonna explode somewhere. And I was with another guy who was American Jihad, He went to train
Jihad Joe. Remember that? Remember Jihad Joe?
Yeah, this guy was serious. I told you I got in a fight with him. I went in a hole. We got into it. So he was serious. He went to Al Qaeda. He trained. Anybody who would listen to him, he'd talk about how he could buy anything in Afghanistan, and I thought that was fucking like weird. I could buy a bazooka, a tank if I wanted. I guess he left again. So this guy was always giving little digs, and if he was with somebody who would entertain his shit, he would go on. Eventually, we got heated, and we got into it, But that was the whole thing about the witch sex stuff too. If I would have been prepared for what I would have probably went through in witch sec, just the people around me and all that, I probably would have gave it a better thought of where I am in life. And that was it. It says his brother is Joe. Okay, Eddie Frankie Hour. Yeah, Ranger Fantasy. Shout out to Williamsburg. Where the fuck did he go? I think we all got to buy him some Wi-Fi for Christmas. What do you think? But it is what it is. Autocorrect. So anyway, anybody got questions? Let's get off the subject a little bit. It's making me depressed. Thank you, Matt. Where do you go? I get him feels for Christmas. Yeah, I know for sure. The hell. Probably still has his communion money. There he goes.
Yeah. So what just happened was I just meant to stop my cam, but my bell rang.
We were talking about that whole situation, and let's talk about some good stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, my bell rang, and I thought maybe my wife left her key because nobody rings my bell. So I go to the door, and I get greeted by 2 Jehovah's Witnesses at my fucking door. This is what I just had to go through. But
yeah, me and my wife, she's starting to abuse me again. She's moving in with me again.
Look at that fucking soldier. Figures. Here we go.
The Jehovah's Witnesses, you should have brought him up. Give us something to talk about.
Here we go. This is what's going on, I guess. I mean, what the fuck? Another Garth moment. Yeah, it certainly does suck. All right. Anyway, so let's move on. Jesus loves you. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, I hope he does. Hope he does.
Oh, anybody know what pick? I remember Chad was just here. Where's Chad? Chad had picked. Did he pick the right team to win? What happened? I know he has one tonight, the Vikings, but what was the other pick?
Was it there was a Niners game I remember being mentioned, I think.
Pick something else. What's up, Paulie? What's going on? What's up, Doogie?
RD357. What's going on, my man? Good to see you. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get to Chad D can come on a little bit if he's got any more. Oh, Niners won.
Oh, the 49ers won. Okay.
I don't know what Chad picked as far as Niners go. Chad was here.
What up, Ryan?
Oh, San Francisco. See, I knew he picked the Niners. San Francisco was his main pick winner. There we go.
We're just teasing you. We knew you picked that.
Fucking guy. All right. So you wanted to get to some organized
crime, I'm going to bet tonight.
Right? You want to get to some organized crime, right?
Well, somebody brought up like how many cases came out of your neighborhood in the drug days in the 80s. So obviously you go like there was drug cases between Brooklyn, and I'm talking when I say Brooklyn, I talk 18th Avenue in Bensonhurst, and then you had the ones in my neighborhood. Out of the Pizza Connection, I said it before, there was a lot of tentacles in that case. Obviously, Sal Catalano being one of the major guys, but out of the tentacles, one of the guys that were also not doing that shabby and still in jail to this day, he should be out. It's not even fair. Is Tony Aiello. Tony Aiello is Anthony Aiello's father. I don't call him Ace because I didn't know him as Ace. But to you guys, how you say it? He's Ace. Who is it?
Oh, the guy that was with him in the street over there.
Yeah. Ace. But he was pretty big. It was no secret, kind of what. I mean, it wasn't out there, but it was no secret that this guy was doing something illegal. Right? You know the guys on 18th Avenue? A few. I knew him. I met him. It wasn't anything criminal, nothing business. I mean, I knew him.
So wait, so Aiello though, he is he's predating that first real Pizza Connection case, though? Is he a couple years before that?
No, they're committing crime at the same time. You know,
Right, but when do they really connect him to it? Do they say he's like a Pizza Connection guy? They don't really say that, though, do they?
did the Pizza Connection guys didn't get along?
No, but do they connect him to that? Like, do they say
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
Pizza?
yeah, 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 yeah. They don't put him
do.
in that case, but they connect him to it.
They
They
don't put him
all
in
they
the
all
case.
know
I
each
guess
other.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the same friends in those circles, and obviously a lot of them got fucking there and hit hard. You had Badalamenti, who was one of the chief distributors, who got hit hard in that case. And I don't want to sound like broken record; it's all news. But there was also other cases in my neighborhood that came out, and there was a Pizza Connection too, which was like, you know, when there's a great fucking movie, so they want to make it was like Grease and Grease 2, you know, and Grease was okay, was it bad? And then Grease 2 was a bunch of fucking people who
Grease
used to
2
be.
was a weird one. Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a
a weird
weird
one.
one. So
Yeah.
where they got the characters with it, and the Pizza Connection 2 was the same kind of thing. I'm pretty sure Vito Love, we just spoke of, his father was arrested in that case. There was another Weasel kid, his kid Shakes. Real Weasel. His dad was there too. I hear he's made too. I don't like to talk about active guys, but I mean, just whatever. I did like Vito. I didn't like him. It was just fucking something about him. But there he goes with this fucking shit. Hey, you guys got anything fucking you want to say? Where'd he go?
Go ahead.
There you go. Where the fuck you took over?
I don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. Keep going. I'm listening.
Jehovah Witness. Wait, what's that? The Seventh Day Adventist? The fucking what's the other ones? The ones in fucking Clearwater, Florida.
Okay.
BTF Phoenix. Which I'm gonna say hi to some people next time that happens. Chris Henry Davis. What's going on? Don't know you, but welcome.
What's up, Phoenix?
It's the jacket. Okay, it's definitely not the strength of the team. But he's talking to it's the jacket. But they had one of the best D's in the NFL. Okay, I'm. Did you get that?
I don't know. I don't know shit about the NFL. I mean, I know a little bit.
Well, what were we talking about? Let's get back to my neighborhood.
Yeah. So you're talking about the second iteration of the Pizza Connection, right?
Yeah, and that was like when everything was dwindling down. They made it sound like, you know, you could tell the prosecutors were just wanted to make a fucking name for themselves by giving themselves that kind of name, because the Pizza Connection was a historically huge case, and then you got this case that was like, I think the highest one guy got 7 years. They had like another mental patient that hung out up in Bobby's. They gave him like 6 years. Some guy from my town, I forgot his name, was Frank something. Anyway, it wasn't that big, but the one in between there, you had another one out of my neighborhood, and that was, believe it or not, it was Fabio's granddad was involved in that. His name Otrovato. I love the guy. He was a really nice guy. Didn't talk much, but he was nice. So that would be Fabio Bartolotta's grandfather on his father's side, his father's house dad, and he got caught up in a case, which was news to me, because my dad and this man, this Fado, his name is Fado, which is old Sicilian for Pharaoh. So when Fabio was born, they weren't going to name him Pharaoh. So mom was probably like, let's change it up a little, because school's going to be pretty difficult for him if you name him Pharaoh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they named him Fabio, Fabrizio, whatever. So that's how he got his name after his grandfather. But yeah, so he gets caught up in this case. He's known as the old man. These are fucking prosecutors. When they just want to make a case, they do it. Unfortunately, Alex, who we talk about, gets caught up in that case. Was
Black
awful.
Alex.
Yeah, Black Alex. You check out Ridgewood, the series, and you will see we talk about Alex, who ends up getting 28 years in the case. It was pretty big. It was definitely bigger than the one that came. I think the Pizza Connection 2 came after. It wasn't U.S. versus Gambino, okay, by no means. And that's U.S. Gambino was not the Pizza Connection, but it was an 18th Avenue case. And that case was big too. You had the Gambino brothers, major fucking clout. If anybody had fucking a pipeline any better than anybody else, it was theirs.
You talking about at that time?
Yeah, because the Gambino case was a little bit after the Pizza Connection case. It wasn't much, but it was just it was what the Pizza Connection was to the Bonanno family.
You talking about the Cherry Hill guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was other guys. I mean, I know that there's the other case with the Famas, even like the whole.
They were
family.
there too. They were there, and they were more. Yeah, but they were more. They're Calabrians. You know that, right?
Okay, hold on. Thank you, Ranger fan. Appreciate you, brother.
But I'm pretty sure their connection. I'm pretty sure their connection came from.
Is that
Sicily, right? Sicily. Yeah, they're Calabrian, okay. And I'm pretty sure Fabio's mom was in jail with one of the farmer ladies.
Yeah, because they got a couple of the family members there.
They're friends. They were friends. They were friends. So that was the time. But back to the third case. The third case had this other guy. What the heck? Nick Lanty. Nick Lanty was a kid I grew up with. Tony Lanty's dad. Tony Lanty worked at the Al Dente for his cousin Mimo D'Artemelo. Mimo D'Artemelo was married to a woman who was Tony Lanty's cousin or aunt or something like that. So he worked for him. And then the father, but the weird thing about this third case was these were guys that really weren't involved into that world. So they must have had the connection still, but the money was a little bit fucking, they needed money. I could have easily got into that case if I needed money and it was that easy. I thought that was easy, not thinking about the consequences. So I'm not putting these guys down, but because, there's a saying in Sicilian, if you have your pig in the sty already, that's how you say it. Yeah. You don't need to go fucking looking for other money. But when you're looking and you need money and you need to do things, the world is the limit. You'll do anything.
Right. But at that level, like, what is it? What is it really for a guy like that?
It's borrowed money.
What is the extent of their action? Like, what do you bring this package here and bring me the money?
What do you mean? Or what kind of
for the guys that aren't like really in the
job
deep
description?
Yeah, like these guys that you say they're not really in the deep, but they want to dip their toes in because it's kind of there already. Like, what are they doing? They're just running. Drive this
Maybe
here.
They have a connect. Do you know anybody who's willing to buy? You got to remember, a lot of these guys I mentioned worked in bad neighborhoods and pizza shops in bad neighborhoods in Harlem, in Brooklyn. They start meeting people. Tony Yellow had to connect with Baltimore.
Is that right?
And people would come over there. One of his pizza guys used to meet this guy from Baltimore. So he was already, he was getting involved with the brothers. It wasn't like focus. So these guys, they have some of them are talented to having their ear to the fucking the ground. It's not like, hey, my friend, they know who's who. They know who's selling in the neighborhood, and then they beat it. They hey, you think you'll get rid of some of this? What do you got?
Yeah. I think when they arrested Black Alex, it wasn't in New York. It was like in Delaware or Maryland. It was like
case was out of Delaware. I think he got arrested
Delaware.
in Jersey.
Yeah, it was out of state. Yeah.
I think he got arrested in Jersey, but there was also Spanish people in that case and whatnot. But they were also, and there was another guy in the case that ended up dying prior to the case. This is the third case. This is the 1989 case. This is where Alex gets arrested. And his last name was Paleo. And nice guy. I used to see him all the time. He ended up having a heart attack prior to the case. So he was waiting or whatnot. He died. I knew his nephews. One of his nephews ran over a Chinese lady.
He pulled them all Presenzano.
No, a Bonanno guy. A Chinese guy in Middle Village. He was in the paper.
Really?
They were trying to make a case out of the fucking kid. The kid never did anything wrong. All he did was fucking work in a deli. Took a couple of bets sometimes. And now they're like, Bonanno associate runs over an 80-year-old fucking old man crossing the street on Elliott Avenue, He was going a little too fast, they say. Talk about reverse destiny, it's usually the other way around. The Chinese guy runs over the white guy, you know what I mean? But
Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, I guess reverse racism. Oh, you can do that too. You know what I mean? Yeah, the daughter was all fucking livid. My dad was great. Your dad could fucking cross the street. You know, and they're trying to make a case at it, like fucking what's that? What's his affiliation have to do with him fucking not knowing how to drive? Okay, it wasn't like he was drunk or something like that.
Hey, listen, they love the headlines. They love the headlines. There's probably dual fault. I always put dual fault on people. What do you guys think of what's going down in Philly? Scott Bernstein reported yesterday that the FBI is looking to utilize.
No, not him. What did he report?
This is why I asked, because I need to get mad. Utilize the PA court system to build a Federico murder case on Merlino's crew.
He's asking.
He's saying. I'm sure he's asking too. He's like, "Hey, you think you guys can build a case? I mean, this would be real neato if you did."
Yeah, give me something to fucking bullshit about.
This would be real neato.
I
don't know.
Somebody fucking. I'm not into fucking suing anybody. It's just not me. You know, but this fucking guy, I'd rather him fall and break his head than fucking.
I guess I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it to believe it, I guess.
I
don't know enough about the in and out history of South Philly to even connect the dot to Merlin. I don't know.
Stop the baloney.
Stop the baloney. I don't know enough about it.
We got to stop the baloney segment coming up in a little while.
In the meantime, you know.
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you?
We'll just have
Baloney Bernstein. That's his new fucking nickname.
We'll just have to stay stuck to baloney. Thank you, Doogie Rat Ray. Crumb Bomb. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's some people that would make the argument that nobody gets killed without the boss knowing. Who I don't fucking know. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
bunch of fucking drug dealers doing shit. Like, obviously, he got killed on the sneak. What did he get? A fucking sniper gun inside a van? I mean,
bro, for every mob guy that has 2 or 3 more murders, okay, there's about 2 or 3, let's say 5. There's about 1 or 2 that are unsanctioned. That either they did it on their own, it happened one night, didn't talk about all this bullshit. The bosses got to know until you get caught.
Right. Well,
I was just an associate back then. What's a good excuse? He had put me in a bad spot. He said he was going to kill my family. I don't want you to know that. You know. Well, and just like anything else, huh?
That's Messino Bastiano, basically.
Well, that was while he had the families. That's a little different. I'm talking about.
Well, he got mad. It's on Wire. He's telling them, oh, you got to get permission for these things. Like, what are you doing? We don't have unity. We have disunity. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, because he was out there and he was supposed to take care of the family, but he wasn't taking care of shit. He figured already Joe's going to die in jail. I'm going to fucking do whatever I want to do. I'm not. Why should I get locked up? It's not like I'm going to tell some people to go kill Randy Puzzle. Oh, I did that, didn't I? Why would I do that? Fucking everybody in their mother's right. Why wouldn't you just lay back, sit down, enjoy your position, wait till you kind of like see who's talking, who's not. And the thing that gets me all the time about Vinny Bastiano in that case was he made out fucking Taglione. He made him out.
Yeah.
He didn't share in any kind of fucking dialogue. He knew something was wrong. This guy came out of Florida, and all of a sudden he's worried about where the family's headed. And I'm like, I don't know. I find it to be a little fucking. They don't arrest him. They arrest the other 3 guys in the panel. There's 4 of Vinny being 1, but they don't arrest nobody else. So you figure he's got a little fucking, little brains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then he's asking these fucking kids to go kill people for him. And I get it. Dominic was his guy, and then Anthony kept his. Who wins is always right. That was my Uncle Cheech's fucking favorite line. Yeah, when somebody talks, I knew he was gonna talk. When he don't talk, he would have never talked. Yeah. Everybody has the answers after the fact. How many of you motherfuckers think Joe Messino, and when I mean motherfuckers, I mean in a term of endearment, was gonna talk? How many of you guys thought he was gonna talk? Yeah. And I want to get you guys engaged into this. Make it a 1 if yes, a 2 if no. And then if there's a 1, you're more than welcome to come up here and tell me and explain why.
We'll let them come in.
That was saying he was acting weird, and that was the only one. He had enough fucking balls to say it. which could have got him in trouble. It could have got him in trouble.
We'll let him come in. Proletarian. What was it the exact same plugs and pipelines after Galante died, or did anything change?
They were the same. The disruption, they were always the same, those pipelines. They were coming out of Palermo. Castelmagolpa is not known as a drug outlet, but it's known for people who smuggled or dealt in it. We've had that too. Not to get off the subject about what I'm talking about, Messino, but it was known. The disruption came in within the war, but then after they determined who was going to do what, it still was going to come out of the same place. It's just the money was going to a different direction, and that was in Corleone, you know. But that's where 2-1 equal to Kevin Wu. I don't know what you're coming out with, but it's Chinese to me, and it makes sense.
Did you know Frank Cali?
I met him. I met Frank Cali. And twice actually. Once at a soccer game, and once at Bobby's place. And somebody invited me to come sit down at the table with them that's still alive. I don't bullshit. And I came there. He asked me about my cousin. I think he's related to my cousin's wife somehow. And she's related to she's Sal Catalano's niece. So he asked me how how's your cousin? And I was like, well, never asked me before. So obviously somebody had told him that who I was. The guy was there. I'll say Dominic Cefalou. He was the guy who invited me to the table with me, Bobby, and Frank, and his cousin, Zerillo. And I think Vito Love must have been there too. But that's who was sitting at the table. We talked bullshit, not criminal. I was always cool with Dominic, so that's where that came about. And I'm sticking to it. How Danny Trejo would have fucking licked his own balls to be in that situation.
He's a fag. Who are Who are Badalamente's connections in the United States once he started this new trafficking route? That comes from Crumbum DL.
It had to be the Catalano, that whole Catalano crew right there. Pedro Alfano was his nephew, and if you notice, there's a lot of tapes that they're talking to each other right outside of Al Dente, the place I told you the kid Tony Lanty worked there for Mimo Tartamelo, who ran the place. So that's where that came from. They didn't even know apparently who the old man was until they got one of these Sicilian guys in the bureau that talked the language, and he kind of translated the messages, and one thing led to another, and then they came, they're the FBI. That's what they do all day.
In a separate DEA case in 1983, Jolando George from Canada was busted for supplying Angelo Ruggiero with junk after his brother Sal's plane crashed. Who was Sal's connect?
Who Sal? Who?
Sal Ruggiero, the Angelo's brother that died in the plane
crash.
That
business is not about the connect or be. You could deal with other people in other family because you're not supposed to be doing that anyway. Your connect could be fucking Pablo Escobar. Different drug, but my point is, you're not supposed to be doing it anyway. So is it unheard of?
Right.
Of a guy using somebody's connect in another family and vice versa? No, people kind of like think, and not our people. Obviously, the people in our chat are very intelligent, but when it comes to this, you guys are you guys know your shit, but they'll go to whoever they have to go to without fearing this person's no good.
Sal scores from Montreal. Catroni's, is that right? I feel like for all his lore and all his supposed claim to fame, I've yet to see like a really in-depth or any paperwork really on him. I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. If anybody's got some real paperwork, send it on over. What would have happened if Messino never flipped? He was executed by the state. Would the Bananos get retribution on a prosecutor? I'd like to know your thoughts. That's a wild.
No. No.
What was Joe Messino's last meal if they gave him the needle?
Oh, fuck, good question. Pasta fazool. Fucking half of the menu. He can eat. He loved to eat. He could eat anything. Didn't matter. Put it in front of him, he ate it.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's on the Gangster Report. Yeah. I saw it on Reddit, Michael Matters. Somebody posted it on Reddit.
Oh, what's this? You ever heard? Yeah, Frank,
everybody said 2 to your Messino poll. Everybody said 2.
Everybody said 2. Yeah. And
Somebody said 1. Proletarian said 1.
Pro said 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the only person that
he said he's like Sammy. He always knew he had the option in the worst. He's like Giacomo Amato said. I think he's a rat before he's a rat. You know.
Giacomo Amato was between, and there's another guy that probably would have pressed 1. And that was Jackie DeRoss. Jackie DeRoss kept on telling me he's acting weird. Every time I see him, he fucking and he said this is what he said because he's seen him downstairs at I think Jackie had a law visit and he was there on a law visit. They ended up being over there by the where you get strip searched, then you go up the elevator. He says every time I run into him, there's something wrong, Frankie. I don't know what it is. And the last time, and Jack's a fucking hard on. He goes. And one of the times he smelled really bad. So that's where you got that.
Philly Bob wants a Sammy
Lefty,
clip.
what's up, Lefty?
I met Sammy the Bull once.
Who?
Me.
I feel bad for you.
I met him in
Gargiulo's restaurant in Coney Island.
And as soon as he saw me, he said,
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look how hard my dick is.
That was a creepy moment. That's for you, Philly Bob.
Somebody asked if did a heroin problem develop during the Pizza Connection case in Sicily. My town is about, I'd say, an hour maybe from Palermo. And, we're in Dropping and we're on the border. But we used to go to the beach, and now and then and this is 85, we used to see somebody actually getting plugging in themselves right on the beach. But they were coming from other places like Palermo, which was a big city, 1 million people, and they were introduced to those kind of drugs real quicker than us, And I'm not saying there was no drug addicts that could stall them out of their golfer, but if it did get there, it had to be real secretive and real slowly, real frowned upon. So, I didn't see it when I went there. And even when I went in 1990, I didn't see it. But yes, in the big cities, it was rapid.
FOIA request on Rogerio would be it would be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'll probably get it sometime next century when I'm dead and buried. Leave it on my gravesite. I currently have 2 FOIA requests with the feds, and I'm sure I'll see that. I'll see it by I don't know, maybe another 10 fucking years. They'll get it to me.
Check out Totalitarian's stuff with us. Pretty good shit. Very good stuff. Very interesting.
We're posting 2 more this week, Proletarian.
And what happened to your Swedish team today? Jesus Christ.
He was crying about that before.
Was he 2-0 to freaking God? Was it 2-0? How did it end?
Yeah.
Italy
reached my knees.
9 freaking goals in one soccer game. That's crazy.
Jeez. BK Sal, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Chad D is coming out with an analyzation here. Check it out.
I'm not kidding. I didn't think you had to do that little presupposition. I'm not kidding. I think Sammy the Bull is developing early stages of dementia.
Yeah, I'm not one to talk, but
listen, I ain't exactly a fucking neurologist over here.
I'm not starting trouble here. I like the guy. I like him, but
oh my God.
Remember
a lot of my silverware came from Gargiulo.
She used to be like the woman who talked. The black woman, she used to say, I'm not one to talk. I have a I talk about it. I'm not saying that's our man right there.
Thank you, Don. He says, you guys are fantastic. Been with you from the first episode of NYC Crime Spot and 52. Thank you, Don. That's awesome. Thank you. Don, not Dan. Don. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Sammy was born. I was born dyslexic, but I didn't. I had dyslexia, but I'd never had dementia.
People are surprised. I hope people are not surprised about that whole thing with the women.
Yeah, the Sam Me Too Gravano.
Yeah. Guy's nuts.
I don't know what's going on. That might be another fucking, now you see it, now you don't. I wouldn't be surprised if we never heard about that ever again, to be honest with you. But
you know what? I'm going to be honest on this one. She hung out with this guy for a while. I thought they were she went for a job and she got a job. Anna seems like a really nice girl, but they knew each other for some time, like from when he got arrested. And that was in 2000, I believe.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because she's from over there. She's from over there.
Yeah. There was a cafe on Cypress and between Stanhope and Himrod that I always wondered if it was mobbed up. My first apartment was next door, Madison, New York. It was on the middle of the block, right? If it was on the middle of the block, that's Estra Bar. Yeah, it was mobbed up. More the second time around than first.
Have either of you known of the Armenian mob? Armenian Power began as a street gang in LA. I definitely know there's a lot of Armenians in LA. We don't have as many here. I don't think it's even close. And it's now classified as a transnational crime enterprise. It's now linked to Russian and Mexican mafias. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of the Soviet emigre that came here in the 70s and 80s ended up doing a lot of business in Los Angeles. They had a lot of guys over there.
The Armenian genocide of the early 1900s is something that people don't really talk about much.
That's right. I think some countries are now recognizing it, which is a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing when
there was a gang in my neighborhood, the Unibrow.
The Unibrows. The Unibrowers?
Yeah. They're born with mustaches on people.
Brett hit me up with the PBD sleep app. It's funny that you bring that up. So there's because he was actually, I think he was talking about the other day, the Armenian genocide, or was there another genocide? I don't know. He was talking about something to do with that, with that Netanyahu.
Frank, I was surprised Anna did a wrestling show with Lee Cole from Sammy to him. What's she thinking? She seems like a nice girl. I don't know, money maybe, if they're making money. I don't know what he promised her. He's good at bullshitting, so who knows what he told her. Just don't get in the car with him. Remember, didn't he have a...
Wait. What is this? Frank, I was surprised Anna did a wrestling show with Lee Cole.
Well, that's what I was reading.
Oh, is that what you were reading? I'm sorry. I got so wrapped up in the once I saw it, my brain was just so I had flashbacks.
Didn't he have like a charge one time? He took a girl on a ride or something.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I know they said he was a kid.
It's paperwork. It's not, and if he's gonna,
No, yeah. Listen, they said they called him a kidnapper.
But then again, she was with him the next day. She was
right. It's not really kidnapping. It's one of those things where by law it fits into the statute.
They were both drunk, one of those. That's when he had meth mouth.
I don't want to start, but that's interesting.
That's when he had meth mouth. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Skaturos,
dude.
Anyway, Armenians love being. Yeah, I can't say I ever met one. I don't even know if I've ever met one. I don't know any Armenians. It's not a big thing over here. I don't know. They just skip over everything. They go right to Los Angeles.
Yeah. And you know who's like that too? The Japanese.
Or do they come from that way? Well, maybe they're closer.
Who else, which surprises me? Like Europeans that are in the West Coast. Croats, St. Pedro out in California. There's a lot of Croats that have been going there forever.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Romanians.
Is that derogatory? You know when something sounds derogatory, but it's not?
Croats, no.
Okay. It does
It's like
sound right.
saying
If you
Italian.
throw a fucking in front of it, all of a sudden it sounds really bad.
It sounds like, you know,
He's a
it sounds-
fucking
it
Croat.
sounds
He's one of
derogatory
them fucking
because,
Croats. It sounds
yeah, what
really
you doing,
bad.
Croatin
It's
over
like when
there?
you call someone a fucking Jew. It's like, well, you are a
That's
Jew.
derogatory.
But
That's
is it?
Jewish.
If I say I'm
Yeah.
a Jew, that's not derogatory.
Because you're saying it. You know, and it's always
It's
used
like
as
fucking
a
Christian. It just sounds. It sounds more worse than I think it is.
Jewish. I like to say Jewish.
Is Polak? Is that derogatory?
Polacks. Yeah.
Is that derogatory?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot that sound that aren't. Is my point. It might sound bad.
Yeah, because
but
it's always coming with something else. After, like dumb Polak, something Jew.
Jerry
something
Goronski.
Jew.
This guy might be Polish. Goronski. What are you? What are you? He says no.
He's a Christian. He's a Christian Polak.
He says it. Are you Polish with that last name? You might be.
He says no. Okay, so
One too many W's in that last name.
I
not
don't like
be
to use it
Polish.
because I think fucking all in the family made it a derogatory.
Yeah, he is Polish. See, he says it's not.
Of course, he's Polish. He's Polish Christian. You know what's the difference? You know what? I'm serious. Do you know the difference between the Polish Christian and the Jewish Christian? The Jewish Polish people. The Jewish Polish people have Y's in the back in their last name, like Ski, and the Christians have I.
Interesting. He's Catholic. Okay.
So you learn something every day.
Interesting.
See, jail did me good. There's probably somebody in Ridgewood saying he wasn't that smart until he went to fucking jail, and they're probably right. But I'm still not smart, but a little bit smarter than I was. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You
we
know
have
what they're saying
Albanians.
right now?
Yeah, we have more Albanians over here.
What?
We have more than Armenians.
Albanians where?
He's talking about here. He says we have Albanians.
We have Albanians. Europeans out in the West Coast, that Romanians, there's a lot of them in Seattle because you got a lot of them work with IT stuff. So you know, if you're into that kind of stuff, Seattle's a place for you.
You know how to tell if a car is from Poland? On the polish. Yeah. There you go.
How do you think a Polish battleship?
Ow.
You put it in water. All right, no more Polish.
All right, no one making fun of Poland.
They
seem to be the one that you can make fun of, though, since I'm a kid. Oh, it's always good. Polish.
Well,
I don't even know what it fucking means. What?
That piece of
Am I
shit
supposed to
Hitler
believe
took
that they're
over.
fucking stupid for some reason? I mean, I don't know.
Well, that piece of shit Hitler took over in 30 days. He got there in September 1st.
Is that where it comes from? Like, I mean, because
they're very smart people.
They're
They're very smart. The Russians used to kidnap them and bring them over there in the nuclear programs and shit like that. Polish people, they take that rap, but they're extremely smart.
Well, like I said, I don't know where it comes from, but Maspeth. There was a lot of them over there.
Yeah, but we had the drug heads.
Yeah, those guys will slap you with their
we had
the
ones that fucking like
their hands made out of concrete. You ever shake one of those guys' hands? It's like
Yeah, fuck it. Like you couldn't get prints on them motherfuckers.
You can't. I'm telling you, they fucking
one time
hands.
this Polish
like
guy
beat
the shit out of his kid. The kid fucking was into drugs and stuff. He told on his father, and they couldn't get prints from him on the fucking. You know when they arrested him, he had his father arrested. You believe that piece of shit? For fucking telling him how much of a jerk off he was, and they couldn't get prints. They were like sandpaper down. That's fucking awesome.
I'm telling you, bro, it's true. When my grandparents were alive, when they lived in Whitestone, they had a landlord for the it's like a 2-family house. The guy that owned it was this Italian guy, Dominic, a very successful contracting company around. Some of you might even know the name of the company. I won't say it, but this fucking guy, dude, and he talking like this. His name was Dominic. His fucking hands, dude, were literally like, I don't know. It was like the Hulk or the Thing. They fucking made of concrete. Anytime he shook my hand, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Don't give me a fresh one.
Maspeth is very Polish. As a matter of fact, that fucking like anywhere you have a St. Stanislaus church, you're in a Polish neighborhood. Maspeth, shout out to St. Stans. We used to play them in sport, kick their ass all the time, but you know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of your area, I saw Sue Bird, Christ the King graduate, made a Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I used to see her sometimes in downtown Seattle.
Really?
Yeah, I've never
You
had
guys
the balls
following
to
each
go.
other around? Or-
Yeah, he's like Christ the King. Hey, you went there? Yeah, but what brought you here? I can't. Long story, you know.
Good night,
Fucking-
Doogie.
You know that other chick too, the one who fucking got acquitted of killing that in Italy. She's around from that area too.
Amanda Knox.
Amanda, what how do you say Mininex?
Amanda
Mininex.
Knox. Amanda
Mininex.
Knox. It's
Yeah,
one word.
Amanda
It's
Knox.
one word. Amanda Knox.
Yeah, she was guilty as all hell. They just were like, take this fucking circus out of this country and get the fuck out of here, you know?
You think she was guilty?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
A lot of drugs those
Wow.
kids were doing. Sad
Sad
day
day
yesterday. They knocked
yesterday.
down and demolished the convent at Miraculous Middle. Wow, the lot looks so empty. Wow, really? And you know, somebody was telling me that's where I used to play Manhunt growing up, and other things. But we used to play Truth and Dare. The fucking priest used to kick us out. Shit, that's crazy. We're getting old. I used to love that place. That was the closest thing. Oh, please do, Lisa. That was the closest thing I had to camping. Me and my buddies, we used to play ball in the schoolyard, and then at nighttime we used to play. We used to just buzz balls.
Yeah, Lefty. I didn't think she was guilty either, but Frank's got another thing on his mind, I guess.
I think she was. There was another case in Florida that a guy that I messed with. He's a director or a half-ass director anyway. He's a good guy, Tommaso, and he covered the Italian Mandamox. This is a guy who was accused of killing some Spanish guy in a deal, and he was into some kind of sport in Florida, and they gave him up on one of those. The Italian government said, "Yeah, we'll make him do his time here," and they lied to the American government. He had like 20 years in jail. I forgot the case.
Wow.
I gotta look and see. Yeah, I gotta come prepared sometimes. I can't be fucking talking like people like, what is he talking about? But this guy directed something that he did, and I got the rough copy of the documentary. I don't know if he ever grew into it, you know. But yeah, you know what? I'll probably bring it up next time. I think Lisa's sending me the picture of the convent right now.
Chad wants to hop on for his thing. He says, "When is
Please
that time?"
do.
He goes,
Please
"Not
do.
long. Whatever it is, Chad. I'm going to drop the link for you right now. That link is for Chad D, all the way from New England. Not the old England, the New England.
Hey, Carmen.
So we'll wait for Chad D to pop in with this. I got married in Palermo. Did a day trip in Corleone. Town stood still till we left. Wow.
Did you meet at Polonia? Is that where she got blown up?
I got engaged in Bellagio.
Holy shit. Looks nothing like it. I see the old Casablanca building too. No, that ain't it. Oh, wow. They knocked down that convent?
Chad D has entered.
I wonder if they
this
found any
video.
sex toys there. I'm just kidding. I'm going to hell.
He's blank right now. Oh, there he is.
Right over your head. You hear what I said?
I'm sorry. No, what did you say?
I don't know if they found any sex toys in that convent.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Wait, that's sacrilegious. Sad though. Sad. Thank you for sending that.
Okay, so here he
Or a
is.
Ouija board. Yeah, baby.
Here he is, Mr. Chad D.
Bum, 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 bum,
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you ready for some football?
Yeah, you into that? You gotta take. Hey,
We got Hank
what's
the
up,
Second
man?
in the house. We gotta get the theme song. Dun, 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 dun.
Boston.
What's up, guys?
What's going on? All right, man. You hit it with the San Francisco game. You know, fucking my memory's mush. If I would have remembered, I would have put some money on it.
I told you that was my main game. Then I gave you another one. You go, oh, you're gonna give us another game? And I said Minnesota.
That's about to start, by the way. So everybody, you put your money on Minnesota. Obvious with the point, they're getting points, right? Or they're giving.
I think no, they're -1, Frank.
They're -1. Yeah,
That's what I got.
okay, you got -1. Put your life savings, and I'll give you his address if you lose.
Wait, hold on. Let's get to the bottom of this. Hold on. How many picks? Frank, you got to keep better track of this because my football brain is fucking deflated.
He's got one already. He won.
So you got one. Was that the only sure pick that you had last week?
My adopted team, the Seahawks.
I gave Minnesota too as an added pick, but my main pick, I usually only give. Listen, it's hard enough. Somebody looked up for me the best handicappers and best pickers in Vegas and everywhere. It's between 64 and 67%, which is
Okay.
say, yeah, that ain't that great. But you think
No.
about it, that's almost 7 out of 10. If you can pick 7 winners out of 10, you should make money, right?
Yeah.
You know? So if you pick one game, you got a 50-50 shot. Now, Frank, you booked before like me, right? The more
Tried, yeah.
games you play, right? The more chance your odds go of losing. You know what I'm
Of course,
saying?
the more games you pick, the more the vig alone's going to eat you up. The variety,
Yeah.
that's what a bookie wants. He wants you to look for more variety. That's why they have quarters now. You can bet at half times,
They have
live.
everything.
You can bet while the game is going on. Back in the day, bookie could get hurt, for a while. At the end, he'd always
Right.
win, but the process of him winning was a longer process because there wasn't much of variety. There wasn't much to bet.
Yeah, I mean, now you can bet what color fucking Gatorade they're gonna dump on the
I know,
coach.
it's crazy.
Bro,
The
I'm
coin
such a
stuff.
degenerate when it came to those days that fucking a halftime. When they brought in their halftime, I was like excited. You mean I could bet a fucking halftime,
Yeah.
Now you can
There
bet
was
everything.
You remember in hockey, right? There was a way that you couldn't lose if you were a bookie. Because back in the day, the hockey lines could be 1.5. So if you had one team, you would push, and if you had the other team, you would lose. So there's no way they could lose the game. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah,
way the lines were back in the day,
yeah.
Hey, what about this question, Chad? Michael Matter says, please ask Chad if he thinks the Giants should have started Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I think so. Get him in there. He looked good during the preseason. Russell Wilson didn't look great last year, so
No.
that's my opinion,
All right, let's
You
get
know,
to
the
some
best
picks then.
compliment-
Philly Bob says Chiefs or Eagles.
I like the Chiefs if I had to bet because they're coming off a loss. I said last week, I think the Chiefs are going to take a step back. If you remember, I picked for the Super Bowl, I picked Buffalo and Green Bay. They both looked pretty good yesterday. That was a great game last night. That was unbelievable. Imagine they scored 15 points in the last 4 minutes of the game. They were down 15, Frank, Buffalo.
Jeez.
41-40, the final score was.
A friend of mine says you're the best. Where'd you find him? Shout out to my friend out there. I hope everything's okay. Good kid. I like him. He compliments you. This is a guy. He minded his own business, did his time. He's not fucking. He wasn't in my situation. So shout out to that guy. He goes. Chad's a great addition.
There we go.
Chris said something about Chris Henry out there. Said something about maybe you could help us out on this one, Chad, about Jackie DeRoss. And that he was miserable in jail. Jackie had a lot of bad habits in that. He would do things like stir the pot a little bit. If somebody was on the fence and he kind of like got wind of it, his Machiavellian ways would like fucking push the guy on the other side. Hey, I'm an old man. I got a family here. I got 14 grandkids. I ain't going nowhere. I'm probably dying here. But you're a young guy. You should think about why would you tell fucking guys that shit? If you're in that life, why would you do that? And he had a reputation of doing that. Word gets around, especially if you talk to somebody who's not going to flip. He's like, what the fuck's this guy trying to do? And now he could get you in trouble because of his position. So he had stupid ways about him like that. So I'm not surprised, Chris. Go ahead, baby. Let's talk about football.
My phone is going to die, man. Shoot, I'm sorry. Hey, this week I like Pittsburgh -2 at home against Seattle.
I'm writing that.
I
You
like
like
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh?
at home. Aaron Rodgers, he looked really good yesterday. I'll tell you that. He looked pretty good.
All right, so we got Pittsburgh. So that's the sure pick.
That's who I like this week. It's early. It's Monday. It's
I
hard.
got company.
and it's
Hold
early in
on.
the
Go ahead. I'm listening.
It's Pittsburgh.
Somebody could crack an
-2.
ankle, right?
Pittsburgh minus the 2 against Seattle, Brett, is my pick.
Pittsburgh minus 2 Seattle. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one. So, you know what I mean? That's for it for now. Early in the year, it's very hard. I didn't make the first bet I made was tonight, Minnesota. I didn't even, my friend says to me, I go, did you bet? You know, he has a lot of money. He bets big money. And then he dukes me. He goes, you talked me out of it. You were saying, oh, San Fran, the receivers are all hurt. I said, I talked you out of it. I told you, San Fran. He said, yeah, but on the show, Frank asked you, what do you, 1 to 10? You said 6.5. I said, yeah, you're right, maybe. And you know what? Their defense won the game.
Yeah.
All the receivers were hurt on San Fran. Alut's out, and then Jennings got hurt. They just signed Kendrick Bourne today.
So you're going with Pittsburgh, you said?
Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh.
He's a good bet. This guy only picks one fucking game a week. And I've seen him do it. He went 8-0 one time, and then you lost that one in the playoffs.
Well, you 1-0. He's 1-0 so far.
With us, he's 1-0 going into tonight.
Yeah, Frank,
this is the shit legends are made out of.
2 years ago. 12-2. Yep. 8 in a row. You're right.
I remember.
Yeah. That's how I met Carmen. Like I told you. He said, who the heck's this kid? Every week he's picking winners. I just put him in the chat, you know?
I love how you say his name.
Actually, David Price has a request, Chad. David Price. He says he wants you to say, put the cart in the car.
Say something like, hey, get the fuck out of here. There you go. You heard it. I was, who had a rough fucking Boston accent was Ferguson. He had a real rough one. But yeah, Mucka had a bad fucking.
Yeah, he's good with his hands.
Huh?
Good with his hands.
Very good with his hands. Very good. He took this guy put a pipe out on him. He fucking took the pipe and whacked him with it. Yeah,
what do you think about this comment, Chad? Ranger fan says, in my opinion, the Giants should ease Dart in. Easing him won't hurt, but rushing him in could potentially hurt confidence if he doesn't end well. It depends on the player, though. Some are just ready. So is he ready?
I think he is. Why? What do they got to lose? I don't think the Giants are going to be great this year, so put him in there. You know?
Yeah. Put the cat in the cat.
He's got to get in there sometime, whether it's this year or next year, right? He's got to get in there sometime.
No, I agree. Yeah, fucking. The Jets just. I hear what's your team? I'm just getting old now. You know. They asked me what's my team.
Jets game against Pitts. That was a great game.
It was a real good game. Yeah. It was a good game. I like that Fields kid. I hope he fucking better than that bum. And he goes to Pitt. What the fuck is going on? Everybody who leaves the Jets becomes a superstar. They got that other guy. The other guy who's in Seattle now. He was with. How about that kid from BYU? Whatever happened to him?
What was his name?
His mom was hot.
Wilson.
I think so. His mom was really hot.
Yeah, and I don't think he's in the. I haven't heard about him.
What happened to him? Canadian League.
Yeah, I know. He was great in college. He was a high pick too.
Yeah. How old are you, Chad? You don't mind me asking.
Me, 58.
Yeah. Oh, you're about my age. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. But I gotta eat, guys. That's my pick. Pittsburgh.
What are you eating? What are you eating? What are you gonna eat?
I got some pie. My mother's got some pasta. She's on the first floor. Me and my nephew on the second floor. 2 family.
Ah, nice.
What does she have?
Huh?
What'd she make?
She got some pasta for me. Homemade sauce, some sites.
Oh, pasta. Okay.
Yeah.
He's Italian. He's half Italian.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Italian. Right, what are you closer to, the Italian side or the Irish side?
Everybody says you go by your father's. My last name's Irish, but all my friends
Nah,
are
you couldn't
Italian.
get made. You couldn't get
My
made, buddy. Sorry.
Well, you know what? My father, too, all his friends, my father passed away at a young 59, but all his friends were Italian, too.
Okay, yeah. Joe Kane, a kid that grew up around the neighborhood. Well, he grew up in Woodhaven, Ozone Park. He was 3/4 Irish, 3/4 Italian, and 1/4 Irish. The Irish quarter that he was the one that bore his last name. So he could have
Yeah.
never got made. That would have got made, no question about it. He was that guy, you know. He
Wow.
ends up dying in
Yeah.
jail.
Well, you
Later
know,
on.
Frankie Salami was a Irish Frank, right?
Yeah, he never told me that though. I found out through
No,
reading
wait
about
a
it.
minute. Either that or it's his kid. It might be Frankie Jr. was, and Frankie's wife might have been Irish. Maybe it was his kid.
And Joe Messino.
Kid was made too. Frankie Jr. was made too. Maybe it was his kid. Maybe it wasn't Frankie Sr.
I thought he was made. Frankie was made too. He had to be, no?
Yeah,
He's
he
a
was
boy.
the son. Yeah.
And how about the father?
The father was the cat. He was the boss.
Yeah, he had to be made. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But he was
Yeah.
half Irish. No, he never
I
told me
don't
that. Matter of
know.
fact,
I
he used
know
to tell
the
me that.
son was. I know the son was.
Yeah. So
You chat
What, you
before you
think?
go.
Yeah.
Before you go for pasta, Chad, I got one question.
Sure.
You've been around the mob. This is a funny question. You've been around. I know you've been around the mob tube streets for a little while. Give me
Yeah.
one incident in the past few years
Yeah.
that you think about it sometimes because it was so fucking ridiculous that it happened. Give me something good.
That was so ridiculous.
Yes, give me something funny from the mob tube streets over the past couple of years.
Couple
Give
of
me a,
years.
give me a
I
moment.
mean, I go back when Bobby was, and that was the 90s.
No. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about the YouTube community. Give me a funny, something funny.
YouTube.
Give me something funny you remember with all these characters.
Oh God, it had to be Danny Trio.
Danny Trio was a favorite, mine too.
You know what I mean? What was the
Yeah.
one there? Go fuck this with the horse or something. What did he say, Frank?
You
With the
said
horse or something?
you're so dumb you wouldn't fuck a dead horse. Like that's
Oh
gotta be.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be like smart to fuck anything that's dead. What the fuck is fucking never
His
bestiality?
fucking stories were
You're
like,
something you get. What was that like the best? Is that a movie line or something? Like you're so dumb. You couldn't
and
fuck a
then there
dead.
was another one. Come meet me at my fucking driveway and I'll fuck you up the ass or something. He had some weird ones. You know?
That please
Wasn't there
excuse.
one
Hey,
like
this
that?
is a family show. This is a family show. How about that lunatic?
Right? He said something stupid like that too,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Plenty. He threatened plenty buttholes in his day. Yeah.
Yeah. That's would have to be some of his quotes would have to
This
be.
is a family show.
This is a family show.
How are you, my princess? Angel Goody.
And what
You
was the
remember
other
him?
one? Who?
The guy, the Puerto Rican dude, that old guy, looks like the Puerto Rican Dracula. He wears a suit at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Edwin
on Angel Show. Yeah. He's got that voice. Somebody imitates him good. I think it was Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke does
remember,
a perfect beard.
Didn't Lee
Thank you,
out
Edwin.
and what's his name said, geez, thanks, Lee. Because I think
Oh yeah, when he
Lee
told him
outed
that
him.
he told me we're gonna bury the body. Oh, come on, that's a lot, Lee. Like, now you're blowing my spot. He got so happy, he got a hard on. Fucking no Viagra. He just went up like a fucking. He said, "Wow, they're biting into my bullshit."
Well, there
But
was the
then
other moment. Don't say nothing, Lee.
You don't say nothing,
Right.
Lee.
Don't say
He wanted
nothing,
to
Lee.
slap.
Don't
He wanted
say
to slap around the fucking Bacala
Don't
Lee.
say nothing, Lee.
Lee the snake Persico.
Then it was funny, right? He said he got shot, right? He said he got shot, and then he was arguing with somebody in the chat because somebody said, "Let me see the bag on you." He had some bag he had a piss in, so he pulled up his shirt and he said,
had that
"What
fucking
bag?
hernia.
What bag?" Yeah,
Yeah, that
bad.
hernia sticking out. It looked like a fucking. It looked like a rat tail.
Yeah.
Well,
Ain't no pun intended, you know.
Right.
And said, ready, wake up, baby, wake up. We're having a good
all
show
right,
here.
so
We're having a good show. This
want
is
to
a great
know?
edition. We're the great edition. You're looking at the great edition. I don't want to hold you though. If you got to eat,
All right, listen, I got a friend, Gigi Portel. He's got a book. It's called Patriarch's Purge. He did 27 years, this kid. And they
Really?
railroaded him. He should have never got 27 years. And he just got out less than a year ago.
You wrote a book?
Yeah, it's called Patriarchal Purge. Gigi
All
Portel.
right, cool.
I gotta check it out. That's
Actually
the one thing
saw
I'm
that.
working on right now. I can't say nothing, but there's gonna be something really good coming up for you guys up in New England. That likes that kind of stuff. A nice series coming about. I can't talk about it.
I think Chad froze out.
He looks better.
All right, Chad. Thank you, buddy. I don't know what happened. Thank you, my man. Roro G, 1999. Thank you, Roro.
Thank you, Ro. We're
G.
forgetting about it. We're forgetting about money. We're laughing too much.
Well,
In
Chad's
here.
a
We're
good
like,
addition.
we're forgetting to thank people. Sorry, Ro. We love you, Ro. You know that. Another part of the family that's growing here. Yeah. We got good characters there. I love it. He's great.
Buonasera, Roxana, Soretti. What's up? Human beings.
Roxana Peretti. I'm well, Matt. How are you?
Frank, you know a kid named Pugs?
Mm-mm. I know a guy named Pudgy. I know a guy named on the street named Pudgy. He passed away, I heard.
Remember Pudgy's Chicken?
No.
Let me get one in the chat if you remember Pudgy's Chicken.
Oh, me.
Pugsley. Oh, is he from the Addams family?
I'm gonna have a
is he
little
from?
fuck.
The
I'm
Addams
gonna go
family?
off a little bit. Oh, from Bransonhurst? No, I didn't know no Pugs. Pugsley. No. I remember Chicken Galore. Chicken Galore is on
Chicken
Fresh
Galore.
Farm Road.
Don't remember Chicken Galore.
Stop the baloney. You ready for Stop the Baloney
segment?
segment? Just found the channel from
Joseph
Ridgewood Fresh Farm.
Partino.
What's up, Joey? What's up, Joey Puntino? Ridgewood Fresh Pond and Woodbine. That would be by the funeral home. Wasman and Cerise. Richie Cerise. That was my baseball coach. Huh?
We got a couple of other segments. So what else you got? You had a couple of gripes on. You were telling me you had
I got
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell?
We got another one. Fucking see, this is what separates the people that from being good journalists and to being just fucking tabloids. And this is another one from an anonymous guy that's putting out. He posted that a family member, and when I mean family member, an organized crime member of the 5 families in New York City that has put an order of protection on somebody else. He's not going to talk about it yet, but he's going to investigate.
Wait, hold on. Nobody has it. Wait, say it again. I don't understand.
So there's this made guy that's put an order of protection on some other guy. And I don't know if the other guy's a made guy or not. And he said he will eventually report it. Yeah, somebody got that. And I was like, bro, cut it out. I don't want to say his name because it looks like it's deliberate. He did call me. I did not answer. I told him I wasn't going to answer until he comes straight with other guys too. He called everybody crazy. What the fuck you want me to do? Every ratchet nut. He coming from somebody who's unfortunately has dealt with a couple of mental illness issues. So I know I made fucking mistakes, but I don't think I'm fully crazy. I have at least. So that was
what are you saying though? So what are you saying though? You think that's like fake or that's not true, not potentially true?
If you're not sure about it, don't talk about it. And what the fuck? I mean, like somebody calling you up and telling you he's a made guy and you're not known for sure could get that person who's telling you he's that person in trouble. Not the person telling you who the person is, but the real person. Nobody's supposed to be talking to journalists. Nobody's supposed to be talking to journalists. Does it
Okay.
happen? I don't know why, but it's just the way that world is. To all you believers, Gene is still not the boss, by the way. So all you fucking that ran with that one, wrong. But we knew that. We knew that. Frank, do you think the Colombo family will emerge in time? I don't know. What I do know, Bernstein, is Vito's not a banana either. You got that wrong, Bernstein. Very, very wrong.
Gusso.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they said that they were.
So we're gonna correct
recruit
you
him.
here at the.
They said he was trying
in
to.
town.
They were trying to like poach him or something.
Yeah, they were trying to get him into their family, and which is just didn't make sense at all. It's so much, so many angles to that. I just hope he doesn't get involved with anybody. But that's just fucking made up bullshit. And let's say you didn't make it up, then you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Am I wrong? Am I lying?
mean, that goes without saying, yeah, for everybody. I mean, but I'll expand on that in a second. I don't know half the Jack Law. I don't think so. That's funny. That's funny though. I'm English. What's an order of protection? Peter Armstrong is basically like if you go to court, you could prove that somebody has it out for you. You have to prove it, whether it be violence, harassment, whatever. They will put out an order of protection, meaning that person can't go within however many feet, yards, miles, whatever it is of you. And if they do, they violate the order and they go to jail. Does that basically sum it up? Right?
Yeah.
Order of protection.
Yeah. Could you imagine a guy put an order of protection on somebody that's in the life? Automatic. These days, okay, they're not killing like they used to, but that was definitely a capital case right there.
Well, that actually came up with Peter Pasta because they were saying that him and his brother-in-law had one of them had a order of protection against the other one. I got a little messed up with language.
But then again, I'm sorry to interrupt. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay.
But isn't that the same person who spread it last time?
No, that came from that was from Jerry Capisi, actually. That was Gangland News.
Well, Jerry Capisi. Yeah, but
he reported it, and then the Costa Nostra news guy reported it from Jerry Capisi.
Who reported he was made a captain in the Bonanno family, though?
Oh, that was the Costa Nostra. That was Ed Scarpa.
Well, that's where this whole thing. If
right,
homeboy wants to put an order of protection on somebody because he does things that way, and he wants to do it that way, so be it. I mean, he looks scary, whatever. Fuck it. So that's what he does. But if he's doing it as a captain of an organized crime family, I don't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is the I don't know. I'm not a fucking reporter, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not a reporter. Don't want to be a reporter, so I don't know what it's like to try to get sources and discern what's real and what's not. I'm not really in that world.
Back to bullshit.
I do it on another level. I have tracked people down. I've had conversations with people in a journalistic sense, things from the past. But I'm not, with the new stuff, it's just a different world. I don't have interest in doing it, but I could see how it could. I don't know. It could probably make you fucking crazy. I mean, I really don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is. And then back to the people bullshitting on themselves. We got Giacomo Amato. He held shit down, bro. Okay, he didn't.
Giacomo Amato, is that right?
No, he never did anything. Nobody even knows. He has a place in Florida. Hopefully, I'll go visit him and just have pizza there. Yeah, he has like a little bar restaurant, and I'm not gonna. He's an old guy. He probably has a kid. I'm not gonna go in there. I'm just gonna go in there and probably just get something to eat, And
what's the name of the restaurant?
I don't know.
I want to see.
His name is not Giacomo Amato. It's something else. I'll look into it when I'm in that part of Florida. I'll probably stop by. It ain't anytime soon, though.
I want to find.
What's the score to Met game?
Giacomo's Pizza Lantana. Is this it? I think I might have found it.
You did? Giacomo's Pizza Lantique.
I gotta see. Keep them entertained. I got to check this out. I want to see if this is what I think it is
Sure.
because I want to see what the reviews are.
Phillies 1-0. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to see how good at the pizza.
I come into America for the American
Oh, Sir
dream.
Jack Amato.
And he's in West. So go check him out. Are you that
Yeah,
guy?
so here's the fucking thing with Giacomo Amato, which is something that I kind of picked up on a little bit a while ago when I was looking into him.
Yeah.
He's had he's been reborn like 7 times. Like he'll be like, I'm this guy, I'm this restaurant guy, I'm this Italian guy, I'm a guy who writes books, I do cookbooks, I do this. But if you go back in history, you start finding all of like his past, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For example, what's up, Gaslight? What's going on, man? For example, so before he was doing this whole Mafia shit with Messino, back in 2018, as you see here, he was living abroad in Tuscany. Restaurateur Giacomo spins a fascinating tale about his early life as a proud Sicilian immigrant in New York. It's called A Father's Belief, about him coming into the country and this and that. I guess he is talking about
the mob.
Amato describes himself as a proud man of honor who, following the teaching and examples of his father, refused to back down and demanded respect from the gangsters and hoodlums in the neighborhood. So he was demanding respect.
He tells
was the guy story with candor and clarity.
You know how many of those guys in my neighborhood, fuck those guys, they're going to jail anyway. I mean, I could do what they do. No, you can't do what they do because the consequences were either jail or get killed. You just fucking talk about it when you're around people who listen to you, but you never were anybody.
Check this out. Giacomo and his dad immediately encountered street gangs, the American Mafia, and demands for payments for protection. Father and son stood up to a group of hoodlums who threatened to scare away the customers, and they refused to make payments. When Gino met Maria, they fell in love and got married. Listen to this.
Maria.
After that, Gino began to have conflicts with Maria's uncles, especially Fat Joe Massa, it says. Who the fuck? Messino, I guess. An American gangster who later became boss of the notorious Banana crime family. So he was married, apparently, to Joe Messino's. This is a new one. He was married to Joe Messino's niece. Did you hear that one before?
I know Joe had somebody who was married to his niece that ran a roach. This is the 90s that had roach coaches. But that was in fucking maybe.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was J&S Cakes. It was out in Long Island or something like that. I knew because I used to do the paperwork for the bakery. And that was one of the routes. But he could have been one that married another niece,
But
for
he had
some
roach
reason
coaches too.
I know, but for some reason I find it hard to believe he only talks so much and then stops. Because this guy, if he has that kind of fucking information, he would love to talk about it.
Fat Joe Massa, it says.
Yeah, he knows enough, but he don't know everything. You know what I mean? He can't sell it. He can't sell himself. He's doing it now. It's just like them guys do it when people die. You understand?
Yeah. So yes, he had a restaurant in Port St. Lucie. Oh, I'd like to look it up.
Man, just press the like and you'll get a free 75-inch Samsung somewhere. Yes, you will. And the next one is we go back to our old friend Bernstein. The boy we call him before, Bullshit and Bernstein. Baloney Bernstein.
Stop the baloney, huh?
Stop the baloney. And he Banana shootout at Glen Cove after the fucking funeral. He envisioned in his mind. Thank you, Chad D. You don't have to though, Chad D. You're a
Thank you, Chad.
You're part of the entertainment here.
I'll put that towards Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Pittsburgh. So that was another lie. He figured there was going to be repercussions. So he knew where they lived. So he just made a beside. There was shots ran out last night in Glencoe. He thinks Glencoe was the Bronx. You know what I mean? Fucking stupid.
The shots rang out. Who is he? The lady in the Warriors? Shots rang out last night.
Yeah.
The Banana boys are on the loose, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Armand, what's up?
Is that what's
Mustache
going
Pete.
on? Mustache Pete, what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what he did. He tried to.
Thank you, Chad. Another one.
Thanks, Chad. What the hell's going on here? You want us to put it on the game? Fine, we will.
We will. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. You just
Yeah,
made up for
but-
that 30% YouTube takes. Thank you. And I can put a full 5 on it.
Yeah. But it's just fucking never ends with these fucking people. I'm sick of it, dude. I really am. And I don't want to get caught up in the fucking bullshit. I know it sounds like I do, but keep bumping, bumpers. But yeah, man, it's like fucking. It just don't stop.
Has anybody here dated a maid guy's daughter or girl that has family in the life, uncles, etc.? Hear about it. So I can tell you a funny story sometime about just that situation. Not me. I've never. Frank.
I've seen when I come dates with like nieces and stuff like that, but not actual daughters. Come to think about it, and they were fucking, and they were the worst, man. I didn't. Yeah, it was too close to home for me,
Yeah,
it was very too close to home. Right, wanted to date Angel. Yeah, I had to fucking rent a fucking forklift. How do you go to pick her up with a fucking forklift?
Here we go. It wasn't until
You listening? I'm just getting them back for all the fucking shit they've said about me in the past. And you know what really fucking like burst my bubble is that fucking I was like, he's all right. And then he makes it sound like he's some kind of fucking celebrity, fucking bum.
John Gotti was not gay.
At least we know that. Anyway.
All right, that's good. The ball lady. The fucking ball lady.
Oh, the Philly ball lady. What's the matter with that lady?
Shit, bro. You seen her go fucking crazy?
What's the matter with that lady? What's the latest on her? I'm kind of like on the fence about that one. I mean, I believe in shame. But I'm hearing she might have got fired from her job. Like, I don't know how true that is, but if so, that's
people just making you want to fucking click their shit.
That's a little fucking crazy if that's true.
What a fucking one. That happened to me as a kid. So we used to, back in the day, right? It was a kid I grew up with. Mostly we used to go to games. And there was other kids that I went to grammar school with. This kid Pops. His name was Robert. It still is Robert. So we used to go take the 58 bus from Fresh Pond Road all the way to the Flushing Meadow Park. That was close to the last stop. The last stop was Roosevelt Avenue. And sometimes we take that if we had to. Oh, LMM, that's right. And sometimes we had to take that to RKO Keith in the wintertime. We wanted to see a movie that the RKO Keith was carrying. Anyhow, we used to go to Shea Stadium during the U.S. Open.
Wait, which RKO?
Keith.
Which one, though?
RKO Keith on Main Street.
Oh, the one on Main Street, really? Yeah, I never got to go to that one.
We used to travel like crazy. We used to go on we used to cut the cemeteries to go to the movie theaters.
Well, we actually, speaking of cutting in, it was abandoned for many years on Northern and Main. I mean, my friends, we actually snuck into it. Very fucking dangerous, by the way.
Yeah, it had 3 movies.
It was fucking deteriorating. We went on the roof. We fucking went everywhere in that shit. Kind of fucking scary, to be honest with you. But yeah, wow, that's cool. That was a legendary theater.
Yeah. So anyway, we used to go to these fucking games back then, and we were kids. This is about 2 or 3 years before I moved up to Ridgewood. Before that, the only I thought that was Never Neverland, the baseball games. I love baseball, by the way. So yeah, well, not that place. All right, fucking keep your mind. So I used to get the baseball cards, and then when finally I get to go see the Mets, which were horrible in 80 and 81. They were just horrible. But for $1.50, we would buy the fucking nosebleeds and go down to the box seats, the orange seats, and bother the shit out of the people batting at batting practice. Some places don't do that no more. And we used to ask for the ball. People used to throw a ball at us, whatever. So Fernando Venezuela, it was like 81, his rookie season. He's coming out of the dugout, and we're just screaming at him, "Give us the ball, give us the ball." Some people, Dave Kingman was the worst. He pretended he was coming to sign autographs, never would. I mean, we'd go so much. That's how it'd be. So he throws a fucking ball, and it goes right over my fucking head, and some older kid just snatches it. Boom. And me and my other friend look at each other like, that sucks. Fernando got pissed. He said, hey, give it back. Give it back. That ain't for you. You're fucking like 20 years old. You should be chasing women. These guys, you know.
Huh.
And he gave the ball back.
That was nice.
Yeah, he gave the ball back. And but it's a fucking ball, people. I mean, if I got a ball, there's a kid next to me, I'm gonna give it to the kid. Here's a mother, a grown fucking woman chasing some fucking guy around.
Yeah, Roro. She was just a fan in the audience, and unfortunately, like she fits, like she is the prototypical Karen in physical form, with that haircut and everything. She looks like a lady that would be screaming at the manager in the video, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Some people are saying the dad's a punk. I kind of see where the dad's coming from. They're, you know what? Take the ball, you fucking moron. Get out of here. Like, goodbye.
Yeah, the escalate.
I'll make it up to my son in my own way. Just, you know what? Just get the fuck away from me and not job. But some people say he kind of bitched out and he should have never gave her the ball. I don't know.
Nah, yeah, fuck that. And then there was a kid at tennis, the U.S. Open, with that fucking CEO guy with the hat. He takes the hat right out of
the that one was worse, I think, right?
Yeah, he takes the hat right off of the kid, and you know, fucking what the? You have all the money in the world. You could have fucking bought whatever hats, you know. Just I don't understand what goes through these fucking people. You know, they go to these ball games and you have grown-ups chasing these balls around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Frank, not our boy Fernando. Yeah, Fernando died, Mark. He was great at the time. He didn't even speak English. 10 years later, I seen him speaking English. Fuck you, Frank. Give it to the kid unless it's a home run leader ball. Fuck that. I'm knocking the ball. Yeah, if it's one of them fucking balls, which is you're gonna get 300, 400,000 for it. Of course, it's a free for all. You know.
Yeah, that U.S. Open, I never identified with tennis. I never identified with the whole scene. I grew up my whole life, regardless of where I lived. I've lived 10 to 15 minutes away from Flushing Meadow Park my entire life. It's my town. I just never identified with it. You know, a lot of like celebrities, a lot of hedge fund people, a lot of people with money come in. They make a big fucking thing out of it. They order a $37 cocktail. It's the drink of the summer. I just don't identify with that shit. You know, I could care less about that shit. People are going there to get fucking photo ops and shit, and it's just a weird thing. It's like a creepy
feel to it.
It's like the fucking Met Gala of sports or some shit. That's how I look at it. Like I don't go near that place when they have that shit.
I don't even think it's in the right city. I mean, not the right city, the right place. I mean, it's just too. I mean. Queens, tennis, U.S. Open in Queens. I remember passing by before you get to the train yards, and then you go over that bridge to get to Shea Stadium.
Yeah,
and seeing limos and whatnot, and I'm thinking to myself, why are people excited about that? I'm going to the Met game. There's going to probably be 800 people there. That to me was the World Series, you know, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I understand people like tennis. I mean, shout out John McEnroe, Queens guy. All right, that's cool. But you know, I just don't. I don't know.
No, look, it's a great sport. It's a lot of athleticism into it. I personally, it puts me to sleep. I don't like golf either. And people love golf. You know, I don't like the golf.
My mom was a Canadian tennis champ. Played U.S. Oh, is that right? Well, that's crazy.
Really? Nice.
I like tennis, actually. No.
Well, now that you brought it up, why can't she come on and give us an interview?
It's a swamp. Yeah. It's.
Oh, she was a Canadian. What was she ranked overall? I'd like to know that. That's pretty interesting for sure.
My daughter's going to Queens with a friend on September 11th. Oh, is that right? Does she not live in New York City? She's specifically going to Queens for a certain reason. Matt likes table tennis.
Oh, table tennis. Now, table tennis is exciting for me because that and the other stupid one that comes on now and then, the badminton.
Badminton. That's
with
fun.
The fly.
With a little birdie.
Yeah, we had a guy from Ridgewood represent us in badminton in the Olympics. Of course, he came in like close to I never met him. He probably stayed in his house all fucking day.
Ping pong. I think the best American ping pong player was probably Forrest Gump. I'd probably say, right?
Yeah, until they told him they had to go back to the army. Remember?
Proletarian likes pocket ping pong. Is that right? What are you playing pocket pool over there? What are you doing? Yeah, U.S. Open. I guess I don't know.
Lisa's both kids are 6 foot tall. They play volleyball. That's awesome.
That's funny. Me too. Under I like Ralph Lauren type stuff. I used to have the custom fit polo shirts where that kind of look like you're about to play polo on a fucking horse. I had somebody ask me, what are you here for the polo? I was out east of Long Island. I said, no, I don't play polo. This is a Ralph Lauren shirt, buddy. Like, I'm not. But I guess that's like the air. You know, that's whatever.
So what are you doing? You ready to go?
Are you here for the Northeast Polo Open? No, I'm not. No, I don't.
No. I wanted to talk about the crumb bum. I don't have.
I wouldn't dare do such a thing.
I don't. Yeah, I know. We got like 5 minutes, right? 4 minutes. Anybody has questions? Keep us here. Go right ahead. We're here. How many people we get tonight?
Sergio Tacchini. We had about 130.
Nice.
We got 113 right now. Any more questions? You got a crumb bomb? Fuck, I'm bad, dude.
Who's got a crumb bomb? I don't got a crumb bomb this week. Maybe that freaking woman in Philadelphia. She's my crumb bomb. Leave
the
the
woman in
kids.
Philly, yeah.
Yes.
Crumb bomb is Bernstein. Yeah, he's a pretty crummy.
Oh, he's just something. Yeah, so many. It's just, you know, what's the best way they'll go away if you just don't listen to them.
His mother was the number one in Canada as a junior, 25th in the world as a professional. Parents met at town of Mount Royal. Oh, geez.
Wow. Nice.
That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. That's very impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
Do you remember watching Roberto Baggio miss the penalty kick against Brazil? Yes, I do. And I know where I was there as well.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I do. I was in my friend Nat's house.
That sucked, huh?
Yeah, he almost threw some chick out the house. Not that he was violent that way. She was so a friend of ours was their girlfriend there. She was Colombian, so obviously she's gonna go for the Brazilian team. And she went like this and he didn't say nothing to her, but he was lit. He's a gentleman. He would have never said anything to the girl, but he was. My dad broke the TV after that kick. Yeah, I was at Cafe Galileo. Phil, do you mean Galileo? Is that the one I was in '94? Yeah, Frank, did you rate Guzzo at what?
Joseph Puntino says, "Remember the arcade on Woodbine and Fresh Pond?"
Sure. That was Steve Kniggs. We talk about Steve Canigliaro.
That's right.
Whispers. He talked to people you think they were about to assassinate Paul Castellano every week.
Crumb bum of the week. These idiotic channels going after Marimo with no facts. Is that what they do too now?
Yeah, Phil Scaduto was on Metro. Yeah, I worked at. I managed that place with in about '96. So that was like 2 years after, and then after that, I managed at the bakery when they closed us down. Jimmy Breslin came into that place.
Jimmy Breslin did?
Yeah, he wrote an article in Newsweek. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I was just there. I said, "Oh, that's that scumbag that was here." He gave the whole.
Oh, that's the one that I tried to find. I couldn't fucking find it.
Yeah. It was Newsday, and what the fuck? He just wrote his own. It kind of reminded me when I used to go to the old Licata place.
Yeah.
All that, and then it was described the place to a T. So that's that scumbag that was in here. Fucking goddamn. I because when people used to come in the front, if they weren't people you see all the time, you knew who they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not you knew who they were. You just remember. And that was my job in a way too. I had to feel the people out, make sure they weren't making anybody, you know.
Good night, Michael Matters. Have a good one, buddy.
How about a nice Manhattan special? Fuck yeah, bro. Who you tell? I want one too. I can't get one. Fuck, when am I gonna get one?
Oh, Manhattan special. You can't get them, huh?
Oh, yes. Yeah, Paul Gascoigne. Yeah, of course. He played for Lazio. He was great. English guy. Crazy.
Somebody asked what happened to Fugazi Friday.
We pretty much do it on our shows without doing it. We talk about people all the time that we just feel are full of shit. But you guys could help us if you know somebody and you want us to go. Pickles rode the little bus. Pickles rode the little bus. Yes, he did. Pickles stood at the end of the corner, fucking with his drink all night. He didn't even drink. I think what was it, ginger ale, right there at the Metropolitan Grill. Old Sally Brush, Nikki Santora, and Rabito, the whole crew. There was a guy there, the cook. I forgot his name. He was a good guy too, the cook.
Frankie Bread. What's up, Tony D? He says, what happened to the stash? Frank, what happened to the stash?
Oh, I'll get it. I don't know what the fuck. I think I fucked up, and then I said, just take it all out, you know.
I shaved too, but we didn't plan it.
No, right. So what do you got? We got what? 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes, and we'll head out of here.
Looking for Pickles rides a little bus. He likes to when we do the guy Angel Gotti.
Jimmy Calandra show is a family show.
It's a family show.
I think that's actually where I heard it
you.
for the first time. I think it was on Jimmy's show back.
Oh, you're sweet. You were sweet.
He hopped on Jimmy's show. And he was like, Jimmy Calandra show is a family show.
How about that neo-Nazi goes on his show and makes it sound like the kid's a saint?
Like you what?
Like the kid's a saint.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
You are a good man, Marie. You know,
Manhattan special commercial with Jimmy Breslin. Oh,
we are all God's children. The guy was a blatant fucking neo-Nazi.
Roro says, "Why does he sound like he's skydiving?" That's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of does.
Oh my gosh,
we gotta get a clip of this guy. Fucking Gunsmoke guys. It's funny as shit. Marie.
Mark asks you, Brett, what's up with Crime Spot Radio? I was filming the video. Yeah, I gotta plan it better, Mark. You know, because like nobody really watched it. So I took it off because I don't like the way it looks when nobody watches something on my channel and everything else has a bunch of views. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. If you guys like it, I can do it. Yeah, I guess I could do it. I guess I could do it again.
All right.
I bought a new camera too. Yeah, that's what Manhattan Special is, Lisa. This is correct. Lots of sugar. Lots of sugar in that thing.
Mucho sugar. You
it's
good?
Like the Malta. I used to drink the Maltas as a kid too.
Oh no, fuck that shit.
I like that shit.
What do we have? The times that Americans don't like is the Canoto.
I like the Malta.
I just said it like an American do. Canoto. Canoto.
All right. So, Malta, India. Yeah. They had a couple there. Malta, Goya, Malta, India. Yeah, there's a few of them running around there. It is nasty, man. It is fucking nasty. You're right.
All right. You ready?
Is there any other way to donate money besides Cash App? Appreciate you, Tony G. Yeah, there's PayPal. There's
you want to come on? You want to stay on a little? That's fine with me. Let's stay on a little longer.
No, we got like a few minutes.
No. You want to stay on a little longer?
Well, I want to get back to this guy because he was asking about donating to the show.
Thank you. What's that? Frank's like, yeah, ready. No, we're good. We should do a little fucking like a long show one day. Like when we ain't doing nothing, like on a day off.
Well, what I want to do actually is have a show where people could just hop on. We'll have an open show.
We could do that on a year anniversary.
Super chats is another way. Yeah, this is true. DL. Super chats.
Next month will be our year anniversary.
This is correct. This is correct. What's up, Brooklyn Ice? This is correct. Oh yeah, I would like to have a show where we just have a bunch of people on. We might even have like 10 people on the screen.
Sure.
Basically, whoever wants to.
Brooklyn Night 66.
When should we do that? When you guys want to do that?
What is that?
I would have to see Tony D. Give me 1 second, buddy.
I guess for our year anniversary, we could do that. We'll have everybody who want to come on. That'd be great. Do I have an English football team? I kind of do. It was always Man U, but there's a couple of them I like. I know this is going to be because I'm not a fan of the Premier League totally. I like it, but I'm not. I'm a Serie A guy. No, Peter, I like Inter Milan, but I also followed Naples to Napoli because they were a southern team. Look, if tomorrow Palermo goes into the Serie A, I'm a Palermo fan. It's just I'm a fan of that team that's closest to me, to my heart. Juventus, the New York Yankees of soccer. Noah Palermo, Felisa Pizzatola. Why? They're Sicilian. I have to do that Christ the King video. I went there and later thought there would be love to hear your stories from the late 1980s. I'm sure we both know some of the same people. Yeah, Joe, you mentioned the arcade. You mentioned Woodbine and Fresh Pond Road. Yeah. That was definitely most definitely know the same people. What's up there? Did he freeze?
No, I'm trying to figure out something for the guy that was wondering how to donate.
Signed this Albanian kid. Yeah. Catania, Palermo, Messina was all in the Serie A in the late 90s. Different times. Yeah. Yep. The Palermo's always been the better one of the two. Those derbies, the Catania and Palermo derby, was always dominated by Palermo.
Keep talking.
Says Frank, at the old friends who you don't talk to anymore. Who would you like to see, John? That's a tough one. And it's one that I wouldn't really want to divulge. I don't want to get somebody, might not want to see me, and then be like, well, I didn't tell them to say that. That could cause a bit of a. I haven't seen none of them. I haven't seen the friends I do see are the ones that, if they were involved, very minor, but that's nobody that's an associate or a strong associate or a made member. I don't see nobody in that. And that's why sometimes when you hear that people see certain people still, I'm like, I'm skeptical about that.
Yeah.
I heard Tony Scalazzi passed away. Please excuse my spelling. Peter, yes, he did. The great Todo. Another Palermo, and he captured the world.
Here's somebody we haven't seen in a while.
Right. Hey, what's up?
Jeffrey Nadeau at the sit down.
Cheers.
What's up, Jeff?
What up?
I saw you on Primetime 99 Alex Stein a couple weeks ago. That was funny.
What's that?
No, it's just a show. Well, political guy.
I don't give two shits about soccer. Scott H. Right. Stop with the soccer talk. He's saying.
All right. Anyway.
What do you got?
No, we got to finish.
We got
2 more minutes. I was trying to figure out that thing. The guy asking, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Episode 4. This week. No later than Thursday.
Yes.
Episode 4. So we're gonna
episode 4, and you said you wanted to wait till they're all finished to put them out to the public.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about that. Get everybody excited, crazy, and everything like that. We're gonna put them out when we're done with them. That's all. And then
all right. So last question before we go. We talked about that show. We'll let all you guys come on. We'll have a panel. Whatever you guys want to do. Should we do that next week? Give me a one in the chat if we should do that on Monday. If we
I got somebody Monday coming on. We have an interview. We have an interview booked for Monday.
We have somebody coming on Monday? That's fucking news to me, but all right, that sounds good.
I told you about it, but that guy that from Florida that wrote this guy's writing a book for.
Whoops. My bad. All right, whatever. We'll plan it.
Why don't we do it on the day of our anniversary or whatever?
That's a good day. All right. Thank you.
We'll
Thank
have
you,
a
Southie.
good
Thank you,
show.
Dan Tundis, DL, Paul D, Attilio Mazenga,
Tony P,
Roro,
we got-
Crypto Chips, Peter Armstrong, Under, Scott H, Lisa Pizzatola, Matt. Let's plan it for a day. Yeah, we'll plan it out. We'll plan it out. Easty Kid, thank you. Thank you to Chad D for coming on for the picks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And everybody else, listen, we'll see you all soon. Look for Ridgewood, A True Story, episode 4 coming out this week. We'll get that out to you. And that's about it. If you're not a member yet, you could join by going to our channel. And for you people overseas who don't have cash apps, I got to work it out. I have the Venmos and the PayPals. There's something I have to change on it. Thing is, I don't like my, when you send that, you see somebody's full name. Listen, can you find out my full name? I guess, but I don't like the lack of anonymity on some of these apps. They're kind of fucking annoying. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night, and we will talk to you all real soon.
Good night. Good night, everybody.